Baby.
Welcome, everyone, to the WWE 2k19 Super Universe mode from the One Fall Show. My name's Nate Bender. So glad to have you along. Joining me in the booth, as always, is Willie Anderson. What's going on, Willie?
What's up, y'all?
So here's, you know what? I had a great idea.
What's that?
I had a great idea. So, you know how we all have characters here in this universe mode?
Right.
I think if our character wrestles, that we should cut a promo afterwards as our character. Like doing a post-match interview as our character.
Okay.
I think that would be fun. Also joining us today, the host of the One Fall Show, the man who makes it happen, Chuck Bean. What's going on, Chuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, glad to be here, Nate.
Thanks.
Good to see you, Will.
What's up,
and
man?
as always, excited to see if I can win a match this week.
Yeah, let's see if you can first get booked out of catering and then get lucky enough to actually win a match. Maybe if you don't go up against AJ Styles, you might have a shot. Also joining us this week, the one half of the Sunshine Buddies, the $19 man, Shawnee Constant.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, we can actually hear you this week. Yay!
Fantastic. I'm excited to be here.
Excited to have you here. We've got some exciting action on the way because, of course, this week we have our third. Is this our third or fourth pay-per-view in a row? I can't remember. But we have another pay-per-view this week. Of course, AEW's Fyter Fest is this week.
All right.
On Super Universe mode. So excited to have all of you joining us live over at twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. We do this every week at 4 p.m. live over there. So please join us. You can actually help shape the content. You can decide which matches we call. So if you want to join us live, twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio, 4 p.m. On Saturdays. And if you are joining us live and you want to catch any of the previous episodes of Super Universe, you can check them out at the One Fall Show YouTube channel. Just search One Fall Show on YouTube, and you should be able to find it fairly easily. And we would ask that you subscribe because we want to get one of those fancy URLs like youtube.com/One Fall Show, but we need a certain number of subscribers to be able to do it. So we would really appreciate it if you would just go over there and hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing. It's just one click. So, all right. We've got an exciting week of action ahead of us this week. Don't think about that sentence structure too much. But let's check out some of the matchups here on Raw. Of course, last week we had the NXT In Your House event where we watched the amazing four-way match for the women's title. That I think wasn't it Io Shirai hung on to that?
Oh yeah, she retained.
Yeah,
that's right. All right, so let's take a look at our matchups this week on Raw. Starting off with a bit of an interesting feud. These guys are a tag team right now, but in our universe, they are bitter enemies, bitter rivals. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode going up against each other again this week. We've also got The Big Show and R-Truth. I have to imagine that this is a comedy match for the 24/7 I-94 Colt 45 375 championship.
360 no scope.
We've also got this I would like to see. Drew McIntyre versus Aleister Black. I think that's actually a very interesting matchup. Rey Mysterio versus Titus O'Neil. When was the last time you saw Titus O'Neil on TV? Except when he got drafted.
Right.
By the way, drafted ahead of Aleister Black. That's a crime. Mick James, another undrafted, going up against Asuka. We've also got Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins' feud continuing. And in our main event, we've got a triple threat between Kevin Owens, Dominik Mysterio, and Edge. I I think I know which match I'd like to see.
You know what? I don't even think we need to even pick. We should just go with this one.
Yeah.
All right. I think
this is it.
I think it is fairly unanimous here.
You want to watch Big Show and R-Truth? Come on.
No. We're not we're not doing that. Let's check it out. It's Raw. Welcome, everyone, to the longest 3 hours of your life. It's Monday Night Raw! Is the 3-hour runtime just oppressive to anyone else?
Holy shit, we're in my old stomping grounds of Bloomington, Normal, Illinois.
Oh, my God.
Ain't nothing there but cornfields, folks. I can tell you.
All right, let's check it out. Let's check out some of these results. Zigglypuff going up against Robert Roode. Robert Roode taking that victory.
Gloriously.
We've got the Big Show going up against R-Truth. R-Truth taking the win there.
What?
But a 0-star disaster.
Yeah,
I think we were exactly correct on what this was.
You know there were ninjas involved.
Absolutely. And maybe a shark. Why the fuck not? We've got Drew McIntyre and Aleister Black, with Drew McIntyre taking that win. Ray going up against Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil winning on television? This is not...
No, who booked this?
Something's not right.
Fire Russo.
We've got Mickie James taking on Asuka. Asuka taking that victory there. That's for sure. Yeah, that's the right outcome. Buddy Murphy, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins picking up a victory there. And here we are, our main event. Dominik Mysterio, Kevin Owens, and Edge. Let's check it out.
In reference to your previous question, it's funny how 3 hours of pay-per-view does not feel as aggressive as 3 hours of Monday nights.
Depends on the pay-per-view. That Extreme Rules pay-per-view,
Oh, Lord.
I just wanted it to end.
Yeah.
I would rather
That was
watch a
slog.
dog lick its balls.
Huge fan of Sweet Darling Baby, Kevin Owens, although I always expect to hear like a boom drop in his theme song, and it never comes. Been waiting for that for years.
Yeah, it's just pretty steady the entire way. Like you expect it to build, but it never builds.
So like when Seth Rollins had the Burn It Down theme and they put it at the front instead of where the pause was.
Wait, what?
With Seth Rollins' old theme, remember how the crowd would scream "Burn It Down" where the pause was?
Yeah.
And then they finally put somebody screaming "Burn It Down," but they put it at the front of the song instead of in that pause.
No, that I don't remember. That's really stupid.
Yep. This is interesting because I haven't seen a ton of Dominik Mysterio, even though he's been in WWE for about 6 months. So I'm really fascinated to see a Dominik Mysterio in this game.
Excellent model, by the way.
Oh, that looks real good.
Real excellent. I believe that's a Joe Mashups model right there. Also, an updated Kevin Owens, new tats, big beard. So after someone had pointed that out with the last time we had a Kevin Owens match here on Super Universe, I decided, okay, well, I guess I got to update his model, because if people are going to complain about it.
In the comments, that guy Grundy saying, "Hey, Anero, getting back into pro wrestling. Any wrestling podcast suggestions?" Of course, we suggest the One Fall Show.
Of course, the One Fall Show. OneFallShow.podbean.com. That's our show. It is a quiz show and a wrestling discussion show. And we've also got Old Man Edge here.
That's a pretty excellent character model.
Oh, absolutely. In terms of some other pro wrestling podcasts, Jim Cornette.
Anything Jim Cornette.
Yep.
New Jack's podcast, which is great.
Trying to think.
I've really been enjoying the New Days podcast.
Oh, okay. I hope they're allowed to keep doing that now that they're split.
Right.
I think it's probably WWE's most successful of their podcast arms, so they would be foolish to shut that down.
Yeah. Trying to think. The AEW's official podcast is actually very good. Their Eddie Kingston interview was great. All right, getting started here. Kevin Owens and Edge making right for one another.
A chop and a series of headbutts.
Dominik Mysterio just kind of looks a little bit scared and confused.
And you know what? Smart move. Let the two veterans fight it out.
Oh, and here comes Kevin Owens finally making his way to Dominik Mysterio.
Guess he realized he was in the match too.
Oh, big clothesline from Edge right there.
Dominik.
Right. Edge is taking full command of the match so far.
Woo. Landing a nice elbow there on Kevin Owens. Now Dominik Mysterio coming in with some offense. Oh, and a drop kick.
Edge just stared at him. He cannot believe the son of Rey Mysterio has the balls to hit him.
This is the same boy that was being fought over, whose custody was being fought over by Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero
in a ladder match.
Yeah, and now he here he is in a ring. It's pretty remarkable. If I were Edge, because I'm pretty sure Edge was working at that point, I would be shocked as well.
Drop down, leapfrog, and a boot.
Dominik Mysterio catching all of that boot.
Vicious head crank right now.
Kevin Owens making his way to his feet on the outside. Going right back after Edge. Kevin Owens mostly ignoring Dominik right here.
Well, yeah, you got to go after the guy who knows all the moves, who's got that ring experience. You know, Dominik's still young in the game. You can beat him up.
Yeah, but I wouldn't underestimate Dominik either. Ooh.
Nice high drop kick.
To my point right there. Thank you, Dominik, for making my point for me.
And I'd say nepotism and the never-ending feud with Rollins aside, I'm very impressed with Dominik Mysterio's debut. I have to admit, he really did come in strong.
Yeah, I'm very much ready for the Rollins feud to be over, but I gotta say, you know, there's very few people who can shoot up the ladder in WWE, and it looks like he's doing just that. He's a great in-ring performer. Like, he's a great athlete. You can tell that he's been well trained. Yeah, I think that he's had a very, very impressive debut. And now Kevin Owens and Edge simultaneously landing blows on Dominik Mysterio. Now, just
Kevin Owens with some words to the crowd.
That's about right.
Kick to the gut.
And that's also about right from Kevin Owens.
Legendarily, speaking of other wrestling podcasts, when Kevin Owens appeared with Stone Cold Steve
down into
Austin,
a pin. 1, 2. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cut you off, Sean.
Understood. He revealed that he and Sami Zayn had met Steve Austin at an airport early in their days and had the audacity to ask him for advice, and his advice to them was to never stop running your mouth, and Kevin Owens is clearly taking that to heart.
Yeah, wow. That was impressive. Kevin Owens with an Irish whip right into Edge's forearm, and Dominik Mysterio is rocked. Now Kevin Owens and Edge over in the corner solving their differences. Kevin Owens whips Edge into the corner. Dominik Mysterio wants to take part in that action as well. And Kevin Owens with a big, I think it was a running senton, not getting Yeah, short running senton for sure.
Short cannonball in the corner.
Oh, pop-up powerbomb. Is this it?
Is it?
1, 2, 3.
What'd I
Kevin
tell you?
Owens.
Wow.
I knew it.
Kevin Owens picking up a big victory over both Edge and Dominik Mysterio.
Only takes us one big move to knock out the rookie.
Gotta say, very impressed with Kevin Owens here. But you know what?
If Randy Orton, who I believe is the champ on Raw right now, was not watching this match, he made a mistake because Kevin Owens is looking to keep fighting all the way up to the top.
Got to hand it to Dominik Mysterio. He was no slouch. Those are two performers at the top of their game, working at the very top of the card. And Dominik Mysterio definitely able to hang tough with both of them. All right, there we go. Kevin Owens walking away with that victory. It's time now for AEW Dynamite. All right, let's take a look at our card here today.
Let's go Thunder.
We'll see. I might be booked in catering. Brian Cage and Brandon Cutler in our opening bout. We've also got Brodie Lee and Shawn Spears. Jake Hager taking on Lance Archer. Those two big hosses going at it. Colt Cabana and Joey Janela in our fourth match. Matt Hardy taking on Jon Moxley. We've got Chris Jericho doing a promo, and our main event, we've got Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent taking on FTR. I think out of all of these, I think these two taking on each other, this is interesting to me. Jake Hager and Lance Archer. What do you guys think?
You want to see, as Vince McMahon would say, two behemoths?
Behemoths. I like that.
I'm curious to see if the in-game version of Jake Hager has any more charisma than the actual Jake Hager. So I'm in for that.
I'm gonna spoil it. No, he does not.
Hager pants have more charisma than Jake Hager.
And Chuck, where goes your vote?
If I had to vote for the one thing I want to see on this show, unfortunately, I'd have to go against you guys and say I want to see the Chris Jericho promo. But I'm not going to be mad about seeing Jake Hager and the other big guy. His name escapes me.
Listen, you stupid idiot. My Jericho impression is not up to par enough to be able to read Jericho's dialogue.
That's fair.
So let's check out Jake Hager and Lance Archer here on AEW Dynamite.
I'm glad Lance Archer cannot hear me in the booth forgetting his name, because he would beat up anybody for anything. I would be a dead man.
Oh, you don't even have to offend him, and he'll punch you in the face.
In the way.
He had the greatest gimmick in New Japan, where he would just come out armed with like 16 bottles of water, just like hidden all over his body, and he would just spit water at fans, like on his way to the ring. Can never do that in COVID, but like 2 years ago, it was excellent. All right, here we are in Seattle, Washington for AEW Dynamite. Let's get it started.
Light the fuse.
All right, Brian Cage taking on Brandon Cutler, and Brian Cage walking away with that victory. Brodie Lee versus Shawn Spears, two former WWE folk. Brodie Lee takes that victory. All right, let's check out Jake Hager and Lance Archer.
I'm not sure there's a superstar across any show or in the indies who has less of a chance of getting over with me than Jake Hager does. Damn. He has not ever moved the needle a single millimeter for me.
You didn't like when he was the All-American American?
Absolutely not.
The only thing redeeming about that was Zeb Coulter. That's it.
Even before then, when he had like the brief world title run for like a week or whatever it was.
Oh, God, I don't remember that.
Exactly.
Still doing the We the People. Nice.
And I saw him do that at his first MMA match. I'm like, you better win. You're going to look like an ass.
The Bellator match?
Yeah.
Where he's got R-Truth rapping?
Yeah.
So embarrassing.
I don't know what was going on with his final year in WWE, but the last time he appeared on TV, he blew up rolling into the ring, and it was just embarrassing.
Yikes.
Yeah, when he started, he had one of the most impressive gut-wrench suplexes I'd ever seen. But it was kind of all downhill from there.
I'm glad they don't let him talk on AEW.
Oh, you hear his lisp?
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude's got a lisp, man.
Yeah,
he can't help it.
You're not intimidating me if you lisping and shit.
Never heard him talk.
No. The only man that can do that is Mike Tyson.
Absolutely did not watch his Fed run, and I've never heard him talk in AEW. So no, I've not heard the lisp.
The Murder Hawk doing the Triple H sound entrance. I like it.
There's a very important reason for that. The water spit. There we go.
Yeah.
His New Japan gimmick.
The matches I saw him in New Japan were always with, was it Davey Boy Smith Jr.?
Yeah. I actually really like that tag team.
It made a ton of sense, especially in Japan.
Yes.
It was a very good Gaijin heel team.
I think he's still kind of struggling to find his character in AEW. But I think he's probably one of the most promising pickups that AEW has. I mean, some of that is the booking, right? Like they've not booked him well. To come in and almost immediately lose to, believe it was Cody that it was Moxley that he almost immediately lost to, which, that's the champion, granted, but he should have had a real strong run before he even met Moxley, so that it was like two monsters going at it. Like this last week on Dynamite was a much improved version of their original meeting.
I agree entirely. And we saw him entered AEW at a very similar time as Brodie Lee. So we had these two big monster heels come in and essentially get punked.
Yeah.
We're doing a much better job with our boy, Eddie.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Loved seeing him sinking in the rear naked choke with the hooks this week, staring into the camera like a mother.
It's good shit, man.
And whoever put this model together for the Murder Hawk, that is a lot of work. That everybody dies and all the stuff on the back. Like,
it's so accurate.
Yeah,
it's so accurate.
If you know who it was, but if they see this video, man, shout out to you for all that work. That's amazing.
The link to the mod will be provided below. So credit to the artist, and link to the mod will be provided in the video description. And look at these two; they are almost eye to eye. Lance Archer is a tall dude, but man,
holy shit,
Jake Hager is able to meet him face to face. Impressive. And now Jake Hager going to work on Lance Archer's skull. Big clubbing blows to the back.
Both of them dropping bombs right out the gate.
Oh, yeah. Lance Archer now is like, I've had enough of this. Comes back. Bear hug. Oh, and Jake Hager able to reverse that. Just slams him down by his throat. Clothesline there from Lance Archer. Kick to the back. Lancer picking up some momentum now.
Yeah, and if Jake Hager stands a chance against the Murder Hawk, it's going to be with his technical prowess, because he's just going to try and brawl him.
Absolutely. Up now onto the top turnbuckle. What is Jake Hager doing?
High risk, high fucking impact
all
maneuver
the
here.
way up to the top. Big superplex. Wow. Down into the cover. This is smart. 1, 2. Oh, I thought he might have had it there.
Taking him over to the corner.
Ooh.
Oh.
Overhand right. 2 of them. Right to the jaw.
Oh.
Big haymakers.
He going to work on him.
This is that MMA training that Jake Hager has had. Really paying off. Another kick to the back. Lance
coming in with an intensity we don't normally see. I wonder if the Oklahoma-Texas rivalry has fired him up a little bit.
2? Oh, man. Lance Archer staying down for 2.
That's an excellent point. I hadn't even considered that.
That is very true. Whip now into the corner. Hager with a big clothesline there. And just going to work now on the digits. Jake Hager, waistlock alligator roll, and just taking Archer down to the mat. Archer now with a knee lift takes Jake Hager down, stomp to the back.
Ooh, caught him right
nice
in the jaw.
knee. That'll rattle your teeth.
Single leg takedown. Oof, man, that's got to hurt the knee. Down now into the cover. 1, 2. Didn't even get 2 on that one. Lance Archer might be getting a second wind here.
I gotta say too, out of all the body parts that you can hurt, the knee might be the most.
Oh man, Lance Archer into a pop-up choke slam. I'm sorry,
God.
Chuck. Wow.
No, that's quite all right.
Out of nowhere,
This match could be over.
that could be it. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out by Jake Hager. Did you see the height? Did you see
He
how
lifted
high?
that man up and caught him with one hand.
Amazing.
And how quickly this match is turned around.
Whip now into the corner.
Aubrey almost got a little bit of that.
And Lance Archer taking a moment to show off, but Hager says, I'm having none of that. Up into the corner. Oh, wow. Runs Lance Archer, all 280 pounds of him, into that turnbuckle and down into a power slam.
A standing power slam on that.
And a power bomb. I mean, that might be it. Archer may be out. Hager now into the cover. 1, 2, 3. That's
Wow.
it. That's it. Wow.
Back and forth battle, and Jake Hager hits him with that final move, man. Totally destroyed him.
That was impressive.
That was a hell of a hard-hitting brawl. And a testament not only to the guys in it, but to the guys behind them that fired him up. I'm talking about Jake Roberts and, of course, Chris Jericho, Le Champion.
I thought it was done at the pop-up choke slam. I thought that was it. That came out of nowhere.
It would have been amazing considering Jake Hager took most of that match before it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The momentum definitely favored Jake Hager, but, I mean, Lance Archer just came in and was able to capitalize on a moment, but Jake Hager able to take the momentum, turn it in his favor, and win the match. All right. Colt Cabana taking on Joey Janela. Joey Janela comes up with a win against Boom Boom Colt Cabana. Matt Hardy taking on Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley picking up a win here. Let's see. We've also got Chris Jericho cutting his promo, and Dustin Rhodes comes out and interrupts him. And we've also, in our main event, got Best Friends, Chucky T and Trent taking on FTR. And FTR picking up a big victory against Best Friends. All right, let's move on to NXT. We'll see if Willie Anderson is booked this week.
Give it up for
If the
Vince
game is speaking directly to you.
I don't know, but give it up for Vince McMahon to get a great ass theme.
Plates in line. All right. Let's check out tonight's lineup. We've got Io Shirai taking on Raquel Gonzalez. Some of that bad blood spilling over into NXT from In Your House. We've also got Velveteen Dream taking on Kushida. Pete Dunne is going to be self-promoting right there in the middle of the show. Adam Cole taking on Tommaso Ciampa. We've also got Damian Priest taking on Bronson Reed. Finn Balor calling somebody out. Wonder who that'll be. And in our main event, we've got a triple threat between Walter, Dave Mastiff, and Ilja Dragunov. Some NXT UK talent there being featured in the main event. Unfortunately, no Willie Anderson. What match are you guys interested in seeing this week?
Oh, man, let me see. I think we may have to go to that first one, man, because that was a barn burner in that four-way.
You know, I got to say, you're right. I mean,
Might have to.
Io Shirai and Raquel Gonzalez had a real good four-way match with, who else was that? That was Tegan Knox and who was the fourth? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Was it the Pixie?
I think it may have been. It may have
I
been.
think you're right.
What do you guys think? What do you, Chuck, Shawnee?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Walter, as we know, so that main event looks pretty good to me.
Okay, all right. We've got one for the main event. We've got one for the opener. Chuck.
Yeah, I'm an unabashed Undisputed Era fan, so seeing Adam Cole and Ciampa would definitely be up my alley.
Oh man, I guess I got to be the tiebreaker, right?
Yeah, unless somebody in the chat wants to throw in.
Yeah, we'll give a couple of people. We'll give a couple of minutes for people in the chat to share who they would like to see. But I think if I had to choose one, I think this main event is definitely interesting. I like Ilja Dragunov and I like Walter a lot, and I like.
Didn't Walter take down Dragunov last week?
You know, it's hard to remember since we didn't watch the match.
Okay.
But you know, there was that amazing Pete Dunne and Walter promo. And to be honest, I just like Shawnee's impression of Walter a little bit more than maybe I actually like Walter. Let's see. The three ways are usually more eventful, says Lloyd. So that sounds like a vote for our main event here. I think I'm liking the main event here, guys. You got a few more, maybe 30, 45 more seconds as we start our show here. But sound off in the chat if there's a specific match that you would like to see. Let's go, NXT. The Black and Gold brand is on the road, coming to you this week from Bowling Green, Kentucky. We've got the future talent of WWE. It's NXT. All right, we've heard no more in the chat, so all right, we're gonna move past the first one. Io Shirai picks up that victory, the match that no one wanted to see. Velveteen Dream taking on Kushida. Velveteen Dream takes the win. Velvet Dream. Here we go. Pete Dunne had a nice. He was just telling people about himself.
Yep, that's good.
Yeah, it's nice. He has good self-esteem. Good for him. We've got Adam Cole taking on Tommaso Ciampa. Adam Cole picking up the victory there. Damian Priest and Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed, thick boy, picking up a victory over there. Finn Balor calling out Johnny Gargano, and Johnny Gargano gets the best of Finn Balor. And here we are in our main event. It's Walter taking on Dave Mastiff and Ilja Dragunov here on NXT. I have not started watching NXT UK since it's come back.
There's just too much to see. Yeah, I mean, it's a great product, in my opinion. I love British strong style, but there's just too damn much.
Like, why bring it back in the middle of the G1? That has my attention more than anything these days.
Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 297 pounds, the WWE United Kingdom Champion.
Walter making his way to the ring. Shawnee,
that is such a beautiful title belt.
Shawnee, I wonder if I could ask you if we could get a couple of pre-match comments from Walter here before we start.
Yeah, they're coming for my title, but they're not going to win it because they are poofters.
Love it. Thank you to Walter.
And his opponent, first, from Dudley, England, weighing in at 315 pounds.
Big man Dave Mastiff here. This is the first time we've seen Dave Mastiff here on Super Universe. Excited to watch this man make his Super Universe debut.
I like to see this guy up in the ring with Bronson Reed and two big bulls locking horns. Big meaty men slapping meat.
That's right.
And from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 198 pounds.
I'm a big fan of Ilja Dragunov's work from when he was working in Evolve. He put on some great matches there. He's probably, him and Walter would be the two reasons that I would watch NXT UK.
Yeah, and he's got two mountains to climb in this match, too.
Absolutely. Definitely the weight advantage is not on his portion of the ring.
No, not when you come from the Alex Wright School of Gimmicks.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
He's going to have to be very smart in this match, and he's going to have to strike early and quickly.
All right, here we go. Ilja Dragunov coming in with the speed, but obviously Walter and Dave Mastiff bringing most of the strength. And there, those two big hosses going at it. Walter goes immediately to the outside. Dave Mastiff now turning his attention to Ilja Dragunov. Looked like he was going for a powerbomb and just flapjacked him straight back.
I think it was a smart move to go after Walter early, quickly, get him out of the ring.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You want to make an impression, you don't need Walter chopping the shit out of your chest.
Very true. Dave Mastiff now going to work on Ilja Dragunov. And now here comes Walter. I think he was aiming for Dave Mastiff, but ended up with getting Ilja. Nice lariat there. Gut wrench suplex. And Ilja Dragunov has been taking the bulk of the offense so far here in this match. Dave Mastiff getting, again, I thought he was going up for a suplex, gets him halfway up, and it brings him down with a face buster.
Drops him right on his face.
Walter definitely had the momentum taken out from under him very early.
This is not a championship performance from Walter, at least thus far.
Clubbing blows to the back.
Ooh, stiff forearms.
Ooh. There's those chops to the chest. And now Walter taking swings at both of them. Just driving the knee into Dragunov's back and then going over. Big back suplex.
A whole lot of man coming down on your back.
I hope the ring has been reinforced for today's matchup.
Ooh,
Wow.
high angle German.
Excellent German.
Walter coming down right on his head and neck. Gets Dave Mastiff up. And it looked like he may have been going for an air raid crash, but here comes Ilja Dragunov to break up that party. Ilja now going to work on the knees of Walter. And that looks like a modified figure four.
Yeah, he's got that foot on the knee, which once again, the knee is probably the most disturbing body part you can injure because there's so much in there between the cartilage and the bone that you never know what's exactly wrong when it hurts.
You're telling me, this last week I ended up watching the WWE Network documentary about Tegan Knox's knee injury, and quite an inspiring story there. Unfortunate that she's out with another knee injury that didn't even happen in the ring, but the one that took her out for almost a year and a half, like. It was like they said it a couple of times. It was like her knee exploded, but Dave Mastiff, oh my God, what a lariat!
Exploded with that lariat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of explosions,
Down into the cover now. This might be it. Oh wow! Ilja Dragunov kicking out at 1 from that massive lariat that took him ass over apple cart. Now Walter making his way to his feet.
Walter looking a bit winded in this match.
And, man, Dave Mastiff had a great German suplex earlier, but there, Walter says, you can have one of your own.
Stiff drop kick right there.
Ilja Dragunov coming up with a big drop kick, and Walter goes to the floor. You're right. Walter has had a couple of these where he's had to spend some time on the outside. It looks like he is just sucking wind. Ilja Dragunov now down into the cover. 1, 2. Oh, and Dave Mastiff kicks out at 2.5.
This really feels like an instance where maybe Walter took his opponents lightly. Perhaps a little less time in the rave scene, Walter. A little more time in the gym.
Dave Mastiff, the ref had his back turned and came up with a huge low blow on Walter. Could this be it? Ilja Dragunov is now on the outside. Mastiff down into the cover. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Dave Mastiff
Interesting.
winning with a low blow.
Took the opportunity when the ref was turned around, used that tactic, and gets the win.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Hey, a win is a win.
Yeah, the record books will not show that he won with a low blow. It will simply show that he won.
Wow, I did not see that coming. Congratulations to Dave Mastiff.
Very impressive debut.
All right, that was our main event, so it's time now for 205 Live. Now, pretty sure we're going to see Willie Anderson this week, considering that he is, of course, the Cruiserweight champion.
Let's hope, man. I hope I don't get booked in catering. I'm supposed to be a defending champion.
Fingers crossed for you, man. Here we go. Well, we know we got Pete Dunne in the main event. Our opening bout, we've got Marcel Bartel taking on Flash Morgan Webster. A fatal four-way. Tony Nese taking on Noam Dar, Arya Daivari, and Mark Andrews. We got Tyler Bate taking on the Brian Kendrick. Willie Anderson getting teamed with Mansoor taking on Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. And Pete Dunne takes on James Drake. Well, I know which match we're watching. Another tag team?
I mean, I am the hardest working man in 205 Live, so I don't know. Maybe this is just something for me to do.
Fair enough.
This is the second week in a row that Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch have been coming for our Cruiserweight champ.
Yeah. Interesting.
I might need to find a tag team partner at this point.
It didn't work out last time with who were you paired with last time?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Anyway, all right, let's check out 205 Live. You can see the purple around the ropes, which means that it is time for the most electrifying show on the WWE Network and nowhere on television. It's 205 Live
Down the street
from Hartford, Connecticut.
Say hi to Titan Towers, everybody.
Yeah.
I think the most impressive thing about the Cruiserweight matches is when they used to have them on Raw and they would change the ropes over during the commercial break. Watching that crew change everything over as quickly as they did was kind of the highlight of being in the arena.
Absolutely. No, totally. You are 100% right, because when I went to a Raw years ago when they were still doing 205 during the commercials. And yeah, that was the thing that impressed me. Like, it wasn't any of the matches that we saw. It was the fact that, fuck, this ring crew is so efficient.
Yeah, this army of 12 or 14 people come out of nowhere with purple tape and get those ropes ready.
It's wild. All right, here we go. Marcel Bartel taking on Flash Morgan Webster. And Marcel Bartel taking home the victory for Imperium. We've got this interesting four-way match between Tony Nese, Noam Dar, Arya Daivari, and Mark Andrews. And Tony Nese taking the victory there. We've got Tyler Bate and the Brian Kendrick going at it. The Brian Kendrick taking the victory there. And now, here we go. It's the match we're going to call. Willie Anderson teams with Mansoor, taking on Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Wish he was teamed up with Mantar, Nate.
And why you gotta hate? Don't hate because I'm the champion. You ain't even got a character on here.
I mean, Mansoor, you're pretty much scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Mansoor looks like a broke ass prince.
He's sort of like he's Mustafa Ali, but not quite as good.
Rena Mustafa.
Yeah.
So we got Mustafa Ali at home.
That's exactly what it is. Oh, shit. All right, here we go.
Oney Lorcan with one of the best Twitter games in the business.
Is that right?
Absolutely. Check him out.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
I mean, I guess you got to bring something to the table. Lloyd wants to know what your and Mansoor's tag team name is.
Too Sweet, Too Mansoor.
Okay. Too Sweet, Too Mansoor.
Oh, yeah, this is shit.
And their opponent, first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 205 pounds,
And
WWE Cruiserweight Champion,
better get it right.
the Enforcer, Willie Anderson.
So you got to say the whole thing. Like A Tribe Called Quest, you say the whole thing.
Don't you dare come up there and say Tribe.
Exactly.
That's not the name of the group.
You say the whole thing.
Our Cruiserweight champ is all business.
I have to make it that way. I have to make it important. It is a championship title.
Hose at home?
Oh, you know it. It's all business.
Yeah, okay.
You can't have business and pleasure. You pick one and you work with that. And when you're done, you switch up.
Fair enough. There you go. Life advice from Willie Anderson.
You're welcome.
And his partner, from Los Angeles, weighing in at 175 pounds,
I wonder if there's somebody in the WWE that keeps track of all the names of everybody that's ever been in the WWE, for when they take someone's last name away to make sure there's never been another one.
No, I guarantee you, they're not thinking about shit that deeply.
Oh, I believe they would.
Really?
Creative services? Oh, yeah.
Last I checked, they were firing those people.
Because they suck.
Yeah. All right, Willie Anderson starting off
Hell yeah.
for the tag team of
Starting strong, too.
Too Sweet, Too Mansoor. And Willie Anderson just going to work on Oney Lorcan.
Well, I figure like this. Willie Anderson is a single competitor, and he's got to be thrust upon with these tag teams. And knowing damn well he's going to get embarrassed, he might as well just go over strong individually.
We may not even see Mansoor, but oh man, here comes Oney Lorcan with an uppercut. Willie Anderson into the corner.
Yeah, I'm getting beat up right now.
Tags in Danny Burch. Looks like a tag team coming up. Tag team, or
Ooh.
Wow. Big maneuver there. What a maneuver.
I'm not appreciating that, man.
Put a little barbecue sauce in the bottom of that boot.
Atomic drop and big boot combo. That's what I was looking for. And now Danny Burch going to work on Willie Anderson's arm. Stomp now to the midsection. And Danny Burch getting Willie Anderson in the crossface. Willie Anderson quickly reverses. Whips Anderson back into the corner. And a European uppercut.
Willie Anderson better start thinking about tagging in Mansoor.
Dragon screw. And here comes Willie Anderson. Makes the tag to Mansoor. And immediately Danny Burch just takes control.
Time to let this Big Lot action figure take some of the damage.
You give him that distinction? Big Lot? I was thinking dollar store, man. Dollar Tree, Dollar General.
That was a nice gut-wrench power bomb there from Danny Burch.
We should do UWA rules where if you lose, you don't get paid.
And another European uppercut. I like that. Irish whip now. Danny Burch on the apron. Mansoor bringing him in the hard way. What a snapmare. Yeah.
Somebody in the crowd very confused with a British Bulldog sign. Wondering why he hasn't seen him yet.
Mansoor going, make the hot tag to Willie Anderson.
Woo.
And now here comes Willie Anderson with all the momentum. Big boot now to Oney Lorcan.
Double axe handle.
Double axe handle takes Oney Lorcan down to the mat.
Boot.
And another big boot. Willie Anderson running wild on Oney Lorcan.
That's the fist foot way. I learned that.
Starting out as a house of fire after taking some punishment at the beginning of the match.
Oh, here we go. Big bulldog there. Famous.
The corner. There you go. Smart move.
All right,
Mansoor, you got to watch my back, though.
Make the pin. Make the pin.
There we go.
There we go. Anderson now into the pin. And it looked like a rope break, maybe?
Just a little too close.
Oney Lorcan coming in with shots to the midsection. And a Northern Lights suplex. Oney now taking...
Oney Lorcan calling his shot.
Yeah, taking time to jaw jack at the crowd. Some clotheslines there from Oney Lorcan. And a flying clothesline, a jumping clothesline. Oney now just staring at Willie Anderson, going into the corner. What's he getting ready for? Oh, man, what a neck breaker.
I'm not liking this.
Down into the cover. Will Mansoor come in and break it up? 1, 2. Willie Anderson kicks out at 2. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of communication going on between Willie Anderson and Mansoor.
Oh, totally. None.
Now to Willie Anderson to his feet. Over to the corner. Tagging in Danny Burch.
Oh, hell.
Underhook.
Uh-oh.
Oh, down into a DDT. And then up and over to the flapjack. Danny Burch now down to the cover. Finally, Mansoor coming in and doing his tag team duty, breaking up that cover.
Waking him up.
Whip now to the outside. Not sure who the legal man was, but it looks like it's Danny Burch. Oh, and Willie Anderson kicking Danny Burch in the face and coming up with a big clothesline to the outside. Willie Anderson now is getting hyped. He's getting ready. Can't win the match on the outside, though.
Teach him a lesson. That's all that's needed.
Oh, DDT driving his head down into those mats.
That's some hard slaps.
Running up against our commentary table. And down into a boss man slam. Count of 5 now. Got to get back into the ring. Willie Anderson's just smacking, just going to work on Danny Burch. Count of 7 now. I think he's trying to get back in, but Mansoor won't move out of the way. Danny Burch now tries.
Oh, no.
Count of 8. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
9. Oh,
Yeah,
Danny
I
Burch
cannot
makes his
figure it
way
out.
in. Oh, no.
Wow.
You hate to see it end like this. Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch taking another sketchy victory over Willie Anderson and his tag team partner this week, Mansoor.
I'm telling you, I gotta go and find me a tag team partner that I can communicate with, because you can't. A pimp is by himself.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing.
Lone wolf.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's got hoes that support him, but he's doing all the work.
It seems like you are feuding with this tag team.
Yeah, it seems like it's a 2-on-1, but I'm just getting random ass people to try to fill the void. I need to go and find a partner. I may have to go fucking talk to Mr. Bean.
All right, do you want let's do a post-match interview here.
You know, that was a terrible loss. I don't like losing as a DQ. You beat me in the ring 1, 2, 3. That's how it's done. You win them in the ring and you lose them in the ring.
This is now your second tag team match and a second loss in the tag team division. What do you have to say about your partner Mansoor?
You know, maybe he was a little too sewer to be with me. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, maybe he needs to get rid of that chest taco meat and shave that little mustache and maybe hit the gym a little bit, put on some weight, because I don't know what he was supposed to be. I don't know if he was just trying to be pretty or what, but I need someone in there that can kick some ass.
So does this mean the end of Too Sweet Two Mansoor?
It might be the end of Too Sweet Two Mansoor, but it was a good name though.
Willie Anderson, thank you for the interview. Let's go now back to me, I guess. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to throw it to one of you to do the post-match interviews from now on.
I guess so.
All right, Pete Dunne taking on James Drake in our main event, and Pete Dunne picking up the victory there. Let's now take a look at SmackDown and see if our good friend Mr. Bean ends up getting booked this week. And we are, of course, working our way towards AEW's Fyter Fest. So we didn't see Nate Thunder booked this week on Dynamite, but he might be resting up for a big pay-per-view match. Might even have a title opportunity. We never know. All right, taking a look at our SmackDown lineup. We've got the very odd, because they are feuding right now, Jeff Hardy and Elias combo taking on Miz and Morrison. We've also got Carmella taking on Lacey Evans, Bayley versus Sasha Banks in their continuing feud. Braun Strowman it's a fatal four-way. Braun Strowman taking on Chad Gable, Grand Metalik, and Bo Dallas. Braun Strowman should just murder all of them. Just looking at that should be a runaway victory for Braun Strowman. We've got Jey Uso.
I'm calling it now. I'm going to pick my spot and make sure Chad Gable loses that match.
There you go. We might have interference there from Mr. Bean. Jey Uso takes on Tony Nese. We've got Roman Reigns taking on Baron Corbin. And in our main event, Daniel Bryan takes on AJ Styles.
Actually, I want to call my spot, and I think Mr. Bean is going to interfere in this match because he's 0-2 against AJ.
Oh, very interesting.
I mean, he's embarrassed about that.
Very interesting. So should we call this match on the off chance that Mr. Bean has a run-in against his rival, AJ Styles?
I don't know.
I think we should call this match just because Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles sounds like a fantastic match.
All right, it sounds unanimous. We're going to be taking a look at Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles live here on SmackDown.
Are you ready for some French fries?
Yes, I am very ready. I'm always ready for French fries. What kind of question is that? We're here live in Providence, Rhode Island with what can be considered the A show. It's SmackDown Live. All right. Our opening bout is Elias and Jeff Hardy taking on Miz and Morrison. And Elias and Jeff Hardy are the victors. Carmella taking on Lacey Evans in a match that nobody cares about. Carmella takes that victory. Bayley versus Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks takes that
We've got more
victory.
women's action on this particular show than we had on the actual SmackDown this week.
That is very true. A fatal four-way matchup. Braun Strowman takes on Chad Gable, Bo Dallas, and Gran Metalik. Braun Strowman,
As it should be.
As it should be. Jey Uso versus Tony Nese. Jey Uso coming up with the victory there. Roman Reigns versus King Corbin. Roman Reigns should absolutely decimate Baron Corbin. And
Yes.
there we go.
And he does.
And he does. Here we go. It's our main event. It's Daniel Bryan taking on AJ Styles. This is an exciting matchup right here.
Yeah, we should see some great technical wrestling in here.
Two of the most talented wrestlers in the business going one-on-one.
Making his way to the ring from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds,
So fucking over.
Oh, yeah.
He's so over.
If I get a chance to meet him in person again, I'm going to be like, best memory of you, Ring of Honor 2009, my boy yells backdrop driver, and you go, yeah! And then Red Titus kicked you.
He always puts his arms in the air so violently during his yes chant that I'm afraid he's going to hurt his shoulder.
Just blow an arm out, need Tommy John surgery. Randy Orton did his taunt and blew his arm out, right? One time. He was hitting the ground, getting ready to do the RKO, and he separated his shoulder. Oh, please, Mr. Bean, show up.
Do a run-in.
Just clothesline him. Or Mr. Bean comes out, AJ catches him, Styles clash on the ramp.
Hey, you know what? I got to say, losing to AJ Styles in the main event on SmackDown last week is just as good as winning any other match.
Yeah, you got booked.
That's some loser speak right there. Sounds like the classic words of a loser. I think this is our third AJ Styles match in 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
It's entirely possible. I know that this is definitely an AJ Styles room.
Except for his music. I hate his music.
Well, Nate, that's because you don't want none.
I don't. Not of this theme. I also don't want none of his flat earthing. Earth is round, my friend. Just felt the need to put that out there. All right, here we go. Daniel Bryan now and AJ Styles meet center of the ring. AJ Styles takes Daniel Bryan up and into a suplex neckbreaker.
Ooh.
Daniel Bryan now with
we're going to see a lot of kicks in this match.
Oh, yeah. Headlock now from Daniel Bryan. Forced over into the ropes. Oh, wow.
Missing with the drop kick.
AJ Styles just whiffed on that drop kick. Daniel Bryan now going to work on the arm of AJ Styles.
Wrestling.
And the crowd goes dead.
I don't know if you noticed during the entrances, but there are people in the crowd wearing Thwith Superman shirts, and that's pretty great.
I happen to own one of those with Superman shirts.
That's fantastic. That may be the most money that Cesaro has ever made out of T-shirts.
It's possible. Oh, wow. What a brain buster there from AJ Styles. And, of course, Daniel Bryan with the injury both to his head and neck. AJ Styles very aware of that. He's going to try
That'll
to use
wake you up, too. You're going up. You think you're going fully for a suplex and over, and then everything comes out from under you.
AJ Styles first to his feet, takes a big right hand to Daniel Bryan and takes him down with a lariat. AJ Styles now working on Daniel Bryan's arm and shoulder. Down now into the pin. One. Kicks out at one.
It's going to take a lot more than that to put Daniel Bryan out.
And I'm hooked up, and wow. That looked like a underhook brainbuster suplex.
Shades of
AJ
Jimmy
Styles
Garvin.
is just pretty much picking Daniel Bryan apart in this match.
Whip into the corner. Clothesline takes Daniel Bryan down to the mat. But Daniel Bryan kicks AJ Styles away. Up to his feet, now stomping AJ Styles right in the midsection. Clubbing forearms to the back now. AJ Styles locks up with Daniel Bryan and into a dragon screw. And it looked like Daniel Bryan whipped right off the bottom rope. More damage to the shoulder here from AJ Styles.
Yeah, AJ Styles showing a ferocity. I think Daniel was probably making fun of him backstage for his flat earth stuff. And AJ Styles is making him pay for it now in the ring.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, man, hyperextending the knee there. Down now into the cover. And a kick out at one. Kick to the back. Another kick to the back.
I don't think there's a body part AJ Styles hasn't attacked in this match.
Yeah, he's a little bit all over the place. Oh, down now. AJ Styles into the calf crusher, very close to the ropes, but it doesn't look like he's close enough to get a rope break. Oh, Daniel Bryan's in a lot of pain.
He's crunching on his leg right there.
And AJ Styles lets go. Oh, it looks like he's getting set up now for the phenomenal forearm.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of luck with this last week.
Yeah, will he be able to land it this week?
Wow.
No.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Daniel Bryan now taking advantage.
Oh, speaking of the Thwith Superman.
Oh, no, it might be Sheamus. Doesn't matter. Daniel Bryan with great ring awareness takes on AJ Styles. The attempted distraction did not work. Daniel Bryan now with all the momentum. Oh, but AJ Styles not ready to give up just yet. Comes in. Wow, what an arm drag. Oh, and
ducks a chop.
Wow. Daniel Bryan again with the ring awareness coming in and just completely ducking that chop. Hung up now on the top rope. Styles now down to the pin. 1, 2. Oh, Daniel Bryan kicks out at 2.
AJ Styles setting up for a Styles clash.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, big chop to the chest there. Another dragon screw takes Daniel Bryan down to the mat. Snap suplex, pretty as a picture.
Daniel
Bryan taking a ton of punishment tonight.
He's getting beat up.
All right, he's trying to redeem himself. He wants that phenomenal forearm. He just can't hit it.
He cannot land it.
He cannot land. He cannot get the positioning right. This has been 3 matches. Oh, and into a torture rack and down into a power bomb. Cover. 1, 2. Oh man, I thought he might have had it there. Daniel Bryan kicking out at 2.5, and he.
That's a smart move right there.
Takes his time to recover on the outside.
Come on, Mr. Bean, run out.
I would hate to ruin this great match we're seeing here.
Oh man, series of strikes and a clothesline, taking Daniel Bryan out on the floor. Whip now back into the inside. Up now to the top rope. Wow, what an elbow.
Fully connected.
And AJ Styles now says, all right, forget the forearm. I think we're going to go for the Styles Clash. There we go. Oh, he nails it. Into the cover. 1, 2. Oh,
Kick
wow.
Out. Wow, Daniel Bryan still got some reserve left in him.
Wow. Will Daniel Bryan
what is it gonna take to put Daniel Bryan away?
Down now into the crossface. AJ Styles in desperation doesn't know what else he can hit Daniel Bryan with. Maybe if he's able to actually get that phenomenal forearm, maybe that's what he needs. Oh, man. AJ Styles now setting up for something else. Is it enough? Oh, wow. Daniel Bryan coming up with a big reversal there. Down now. Oh, he looks. It's the S-lock. It's the S-lock. And Daniel Bryan is just twerking on the back. That is it.
That's it.
Wow.
AJ Styles taps out center of the ring.
What a great comeback.
Woo! An amazing comeback from Daniel Bryan.
Shows the power of technical wrestling. You know, no matter how much is taken out of you, with a good technical move, you can still win a match.
Listen to this crowd. They are on their feet for Daniel Bryan. Wow, what a match. So far, Willie Anderson's tag match is the only bit of our wrestlers that we've seen this week.
But we do have Fyter Fest.
That is true.
We could see some thunder action.
That is true. All right, let's take a look at this lineup for Fyter Fest. All right, our opening bout for the Tag Team Championship. We've got best friends Chuck Taylor and Trent taking on FTR. Our second matchup, we've got a Private Party taking on the Hybrid 2. Wow, just Tag Team Central here at Fyter Fest. SCU taking on the Young Bucks. Wow, we still continue with the tag teams. The Butcher and the Blade taking on the Dark Order. All right, finally, singles action. Joey Janela taking on Brian Cage. Nate Thunder in an Extreme Rules match with Darby Allin. And then in our main event for the AEW Championship, we've got Matt Hardy taking on Chris Jericho. All right. Well, I know which one we're calling. Let's check it out. It's Fyter Fest. brought to you by the CEO Fighting Game Championship and AEW. It's Fyter Fest, live from Long Beach, California. All right, our opening bout. Best Friends taking on FTR for the Tag Team Championship. Who's going to win it? FTR retains. All right. In our Tag Team-a-Palooza, Best Friends taking on the Hybrid 2.
Better trademark that.
The Hybrid 2. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vince will just come along and steal it. But he hates tag teams. AEW will come along and steal it. There we go. The Hybrid 2 taking that victory. SCU taking on the Young Bucks. Young Bucks coming up with that victory. The Butcher and the Blade taking on the Dark Order. Dark Order coming up with the victory there. We got Joey Janela taking on the big man, Brian Cage. Joey Janela.
That's a surprise.
Somehow squeaks out a victory.
He had a handful of tights.
That one was classified a potential rivalry. I'm not sure Joey Janela wants any part of that rivalry.
No, I don't think so. All right, here we go. In our main event, it's Nate Thunder taking on Darby Allin in an Extreme Rules match. Man, I'm excited. These two guys have not met before, so I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do in the ring together.
And we know that Darby Allin will do just about anything for the victory, so Extreme Rules is really up his alley, but it'll be interesting to see what Nate Thunder brings to an Extreme Rules match.
Yeah. I mean, granted the computer AI, we may never see a table or a chair, but it is guaranteed to be a exciting match. Here we go. Nate Thunder taking on Darby Allin at Fyter Fest.
Making his way to the ring from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 260 pounds, the outsider, Nate Thunder.
And as always, Nate Thunder is disgusted with this crowd.
Hates the crowd. Just taking time to survey his surroundings. Is this Nate Thunder's pay-per-view debut? I believe it is.
so, yeah.
It is.
I believe it is. This, exciting debut against Darby Allin.
And his opponent from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 180 pounds.
Man, Darby Allin looks like he's been crushing his workouts.
Yeah.
Much bigger than I remember him. An aggressive Darby Allin tonight. Just fired up and ready for this matchup.
No skateboard, no chill.
And I guess AEW, too cheap to get Fyter Fest pads, had to reuse. Oh, wow. Coming in with a big drop kick, but Nate Thunder says, nah, none of that.
Shrugs it right off.
Whip into the corner now. Darby Allin with a monkey flip.
Almost taking the ref out.
Ooh, big shot to the back. Nate Thunder looking a little sluggish out there. Now on his feet. Oh, goes for the clothesline, but Darby Allin just completely punks him out.
Darby Allin with that 5-hit combo.
Out of nowhere. A leg DDT. I think that's the dumbest move in wrestling. I've never understood the leg DDT. All right, Nate Thunder now whipping Darby Allin into the corner. Some clubbing forearms to the back, and oh, wow, rams his shoulder into the post. That's gotta hurt. Stomping a mud hole in him and telling where Darby Allin can shove it.
Giving him a dozen really good looks at the bottom of his boots.
Jawbreaker there from Darby Allin, reverses the momentum. And just coming in with some vicious strikes. Wow. What an arm drag. Darby Allin just showing off all of his agility right here. And coming in, raining down elbows on Nate Thunder's head.
Yeah, Darby Allin understands that the one place he can probably take Nate Thunder is speed.
Absolutely. Nate Thunder now. Oh, man. And Darby Allin able to reverse. This has been all Darby Allin so far.
And
whip into the corner and another monkey flip. Darby Allin getting positioning and just working on the knee of Nate Thunder.
Got to see Darby in the bingo halls a few times. Never could get behind the Daisy Dukes with the tights.
It is a weird look, isn't it?
But
down
it was
now
fun
into
to
the
see
pin.
him go from
one. Oh, and a kick out at one.
To go from a guy who raised everybody's eyebrows to a guy who was absolutely over the course of a few years.
Oh yeah, he's one of the stars that AEW has 100% made in their time. You got to give it to him there. All right, Nate Thunder now reverses the momentum. Got Darby Allin up onto the shoulders. Could we see the Del Rey drop? No. See a stun gun instead. Nate Thunder should not be taking any time to jaw jack to the crowd.
No, he's got to stay focused.
Got to stay focused. Forearms to the back now. Nate Thunder so far undefeated in singles competition here in AEW. Down out to the outside. Remember, this is an Extreme Rules match. We could start seeing the hardware come out. Nate Thunder now. Oh, wow. Del Rey drop on the outside. Jeez. Darby Allin's going to be feeling all of that tomorrow. Hooks him up. Double underhook. And, oh, wow. Oh. What a pile driver on the outside. That might be it. If he rolls Darby Allin back into that ring and pins him, that's got to be it. Darby Allin now, okay, getting hooked up with a brain buster on the outside. Oof.
That is three massive, massive moves to take on the outside on those mats.
Nate Thunder doesn't look like he's done.
It looked like he might have been going for that Rouge River plunge, but man, Darby Allin with a big poison Rana on the outside. Catches the leg. Oh, here we go.
Another.
It's the Rouge River plunge. On the outside, no less. They need to get this action back in. You know, it's an Extreme Rules match. They're not going to get counted out, but you can't win it on the outside. It's not a Falls Count Anywhere match. Darby Allin now with a DDT on the outside. He's got to get a lot of that weight back in that, all 280 pounds of Nate Thunder back into that ring.
That's something you got to keep in mind, too. You can't win it on the outside, but you also can't lose it on the outside.
Very true. Darby Allin now to the top. Elbow to Nate Thunder. Darby Allin doesn't know what to do with himself. Whipping now into the corner. Nate Thunder now down to the mat. Darby Allin. Oh, what a Meteora. Wow. And a flying crossbody. Not sure he got all of that. Darby Allin now getting Nate Thunder to his feet. Big strike there. And another Poison Rana. Could this be it?
He's not even going for the cover.
I thought he would have gone for the cover. Smart money would have been going for the cover. Nate Thunder now reverses. Oh, I think he was going for another Rouge River plunge, but Darby Allin catches the leg and answers with a brain buster from Nate Thunder. There we go. Oh, double underhook.
Whoa.
Oh, big release tiger bomb there. Believe
Darby Allin is in trouble.
Believe Nate Thunder calls that the Fritzer bomb. Named after his cat, I believe. And now Nate Thunder with the joint manipulation and just taking all of his knees right down to Darby Allin's back. This might be it. Oh, Darby Allin coming up with a big arm drag. Oh, and a jawbreaker. Nate Thunder is seeing stars. Darby Allin now to the top rope. What is he thinking? He's calling for it. Oh, wow. Code breaker from the top rope. Busts Nate Thunder open. Down into the pin. This could be it. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Woo. Darby Allin with a huge victory over the undefeated Nate Thunder.
After all the damage he took, too.
Wow.
Came in with an incredible game plan. He attacked quick, and he kept chopping at those legs of the bigger man.
And here comes Brodie Lee. TNT champion Brodie Lee watching Nate Thunder's match as he took on Brodie Lee last week and won. Well, losing now to Darby Allin. That's too bad. Too bad.
No promo from Nate Thunder, huh?
Well, let's send it on over to Chuck Bean. He's down on the floor with Nate Thunder.
Nate Thunder, a hard-fought Extreme Rules match. Didn't go your way tonight. How are you feeling?
Well, I was feeling fine until the 1, 2, 3. That code breaker out of nowhere. I got to hand it to Darby Allin. He fought a hell of a match. But son of a bitch, Brodie Lee, coming out at the end of my match to rub it in my face. I'm coming for your championship, Brodie. I'm coming for it.
What is going on between you and Brodie Lee? Is he recruiting, or are you two at odds?
Oh, we are absolutely at odds. There's no way that I would join such a jobber gimmick like the Dork Order. Screw those guys and screw Brodie Lee. I'm coming for your TNT championship.
All right, thanks, Nate. I'm throwing it back up to the booth.
All right, here we are. It's our main event for Fyter Fest. Before we go ahead and simulate it here, I want to ask you guys, who do you think is going to come out on top of this? It's for the AEW Championship. Of course, we've got the AEW champion, Chris Jericho, taking on Matt Hardy. Who's coming up on top? Will, who do you think's winning this one?
This is a toss-up. Two veteran guys. Chris Jericho coming in as the late champion. You know, he's got a bit of an edge to him, and he also has some backup on his side if he ever needs it. Whereas Matt Hardy's a man on his own island. I think I'm going to go with Jericho.
All right. Shawnee, who you liking on this one?
I mean, I am a huge fan of Matt Hardy, but I think he's at the end of the line, and Le Champion is still at the top of his game. I'm going to have to go with Jericho on this one.
All right. And Chuck, what do you think? Who's winning on this one?
I'm looking forward to when Fyter Fest is over, the AEW title being wonderful in the hands of the broken one, Matt Hardy.
I gotta say, I like Jericho for this one. Matt Hardy's AEW run has been rough, but you know what would put a nice little feather in that cap? The AEW Championship. Let's go ahead and take a look. Who's winning this one? Matt Hardy is your new
with the upset
AEW champion.
Yes.
We are officially in a new era of AEW. And with that will bring Fyter Fest to a close. Why don't we take a look at some of the matchups coming up next week? So I don't know any big roster shifts that I'm going to be doing in between this week and next week. So Raw, next week we're looking at Robert Roode taking on Dominik Dijakovic. It's an interesting one. Mickie James in a triple threat match against Zelina Vega and Peyton Royce. We've got a fatal four-way. The Mysterios, Rey and Dominik Mysterio taking on Shane Thorne and Humberto Carrillo. That surprises me. I can't see the Mysterios not working together. There's been no dissension there so far, but got to keep an eye on that.
Dominik Mysterio, very green. I don't know if he's ready for a fatal four-way.
Well, he did pretty okay in our triple threat match this week, so upping the ante by putting him in a fatal four-way. We've also got Aleister Black, who is absolutely going to murder Akira Tozawa. Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. We've also got Seth Rollins taking on The Big Show and Kevin Owens versus Edge in our main event. That's just a bit of a preview of what you can look forward to next week here on One Fall Show's Super Universe. So one thing I want to do before we wrap up here is one of the things that gets a lot of attention on YouTube is mod showcases.
All right.
So before we leave here, I thought I would take you guys through at least one of the new wrestlers that I've put in this week that's not featured here on Super Universe mode. So let's take a look at one of the people I put in this week, Will Ospreay. Let's take a look at his entrance. So there you go. You can look forward.
I like it.
Can look forward to Will Ospreay being added to Super Universe mode as we move forward through it. Right? We get to the end of maybe our first year in Universe mode, and then I think it might be fun to do our own version of the draft, and we have superstars from all promotions that are a part of it. So we're going to work out the details on that, and of course that's not for quite a while down the road, but each week we're going to show off one of the new mods, one of the new wrestlers that have been added to the roster. We're going to do it in our little mod showcase here every single week.
Think of it like it's vignettes from back in the day.
That's right, yeah. who's going to be debuting here soon on Super Universe mode. Check it out. A new fighter approaches. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the One Fall Show Super Universe mode. My name's been Nate Bender. My name's always Nate Bender, but I've been your host today. You can find me online at Nate Benderama, and of course, streaming here live on twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. I'm streaming not just WWE 2k19, but Final Fantasy 14. Soon, I'm going to be streaming Final Fantasy 11 and also some Fallout 76 whenever I get the itch. So make sure you hit that follow button if you haven't already, and come back, and make sure you come back each and every single Saturday at 4 p.m. here for the One Fall Show's Super Universe mode. I want to thank the folks here in the booth with me. Will Cherry, aka Willie Anderson. Let them know where they can find you online.
Yo, you can find me on Twitter at WillieZoo7. Come talk some shit to me. I'm gonna beat your mom's ass.
There you go. The man who makes it happen, Chuck Bean. Let them know where they can find you.
I'm on Twitch at twitch.tv/CHZUCK. I play Rock Band 3 on Sunday mornings. And then you can find me on 101 The Riff Monday through Saturday from 7 to midnight.
That's what's up. And the man, the myth, the legend, the $19 man, Shawnee Constant. Where can they find you online?
You can find me at the One Fall Show podcast. You can find me on Instagram at Shawnee.constant and running the One Fall Show social media accounts.
There you go. Follow them all at One Fall Show. That's going to be it for us this week. I hope you'll come back next week for more Super Universe action.
See ya.